In memory of those who departed and will never return, remembering their fathers and grandfathers, the soloists of the Turetsky Choir perform a song from the famous Officers film on the stage of the Moscow Government Grand Concert Hall. They say the war has touched every one of them. They pass on the memory to the young generation through frontline songs. Several generations of our citizens have grown up after the war. They need to understand what war is, what the Soviet Union was, what the great and patient Russian people are, the very people who carried this victory on their shoulders. The artists of the Turetsky Choir remind the audience how the Red Army crossed half of the world to liberate Europe from the Nazis. Around 1 million of its soldiers and officers perished while fighting on occupied land. The artists believe that Russia has always been a peacemaker. The song "Do Russians Want War" was especially performed for the European audience. The artists memorized it on airplanes during their tour. On stage with the choir is Moscow government minister Alexander Kibovsky. The culture department chief not only supported Mikhail Turetsky's patriotic project, but also insisted the artists perform this very song.
Я считаю, что это вообще гимн этого проекта. Спасибо, коллеги, все это выучили, песня вошла на...
I think it is the anthem of this entire project. I'm very grateful that our colleagues learned it all and translated it to the languages of the countries they visited, all across Europe, so that the people there could read the text and understand what the songs are all about. It's also interesting that none of the visitors threw away the texts after the concert, as you might see happening at some events.
Вот нет такого. Вот флаеры мы раздаем, а площадь чистая. То есть люди эти стихи потом, они их не выбрасывают, они их уносят с собой.
The musical embassy has already visited 8 countries on 2 continents, including France, Slovenia, Austria, Belarus, Israel, and the US. The songs of victory were even performed in the center of Berlin. Few people believed in the success of such a venture. Tens of thousands of people attended the performance in the very heart of the city, the Gendarme Market Square. This footage is from the concert in Berlin. To make sure the memory of the terrible war lives forever, Mikhail Turetsky made a film called The Songs of Victory. There are also the stories of real fighters here. I remember the war. I remember how the Russian soldiers came. That's when I heard these songs for the first time. It's wonderful that we were able to preserve our relations, and I can now see Russian artists in Berlin. War veteran Alexander Trusunov is also full of memories. He was only a boy during the war, but was already helping the partisans. Perhaps many of them lived thanks to him. The boy was a shepherd who brought them cattle. Some people go to church to listen to a preacher, to feel something special. I get that feeling when I listen to these wartime songs. I remember my father and my brother. I still keep their letters. They both died in the war. My father was a sniper, and my brother was a paratrooper. The veteran came to the premiere of the new season to hear the familiar songs. The choir brings not only Russian songs like Katyusha, but also some international hits in European languages on its tour. The Songs of Victory marathon has been running for 5 years. It started in 2015 on the 70th anniversary of victory. That year, the concert took place on Poklonny Hill and gathered a record number of listeners, 150,000 people. After that, the artists began their world tour. The Turetsky Choir is building musical bridges to all continents. This year, the artists plan to visit 12 countries, including Canada, Hungary, Italy, and Poland. They say it was most difficult to get to Warsaw. But the soloists hope the bridges will stand strong.
Но артисты надеются, что этот мост станет очень крепким.
Anastasia Shkitina, Alexander Memedov, TV Bricks.